the run-up to the Congress polls. Now, senior Congress leader Shashi Tharoor has taken his nomination form, but there's suspense over who could be his challenger. Interestingly, party's Central Election Authority Chairman Madhusudan Mistry said that AICC Treasurer Pawan Kumar Bansal has also gotten his nomination forms collected, but he said that it may be for somebody else. Mr. Mistry also said that a representative of Mr. Tharoor has informed his office that he will file his nomination for the post of the president of the Congress party on September 30th at 11 a.m. But as I said, Mr. Pawan Bansal denies contesting for the Congress presidential polls. And meanwhile, sources also say that Rajasthan's Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot is still in that presidential race. Sunil Prabhu joining us for more on this. Sunil, the twist and turns does not seem to be ending. Mr. Gehlot was first in the race, then we were told that he will not give up his Chief Minister's chair, so he might not stand for the presidential polls. But now we're told that he is not completely ruled out either. Who all are expected to contest against Mr. Tharoor in these polls?
Well, so far Mr. Tharoor has also officially not filed his nomination. So we'll have to wait and see. He has also only made it public that he plans to contest, and he is expected to file his nomination on the 30th. So as of now, there is nobody who's officially, given in their nomination papers. Mr. Pawan Bansal, who I spoke to, made it categorical that he had taken the nomination forms to fill in for the candidate, whoever it is, him or her, whoever it would be, for the PCC, for the Punjab PCC to sign, and that is the reason why he had taken it for the PCC president, and he's clarified those remarks. Now coming to Mr. Ashok Gehlot and the Rajasthan fiasco. In the Rajasthan incident that has taken place, there are senior Congress leaders who are reaching out to Mr. Ashok Gehlot, and is expected to meet the Congress president in a day or two. Having said that, they are trying to resolve this situation. Mr. Ashok Gehlot is known as a Gandhi loyalist, and those incidents that have taken place are definitely unfortunate. But there are differences in perception between the observers about what exactly played out and how it should have done. The great propensity to go public with whatever has happened is something that has not gone down well with senior Congress leaders, and they have apprised the Congress president about these developments, because you don't wash dirty linen in public, you don't talk about internal matters of the party in public, and that is something that has been taken as a grave, just as it's been seen as a grave indiscipline of holding parallel meetings. It's also a grave indiscipline for a senior General Secretary to speak in the way he did about what has happened. So it's in this backdrop, we'll have to wait and see how things evolve. But definitely the situation is really not sounding good for the Congress in its entirety. But they are definitely doing damage control to ensure whatever has happened is under wraps and is able to be resolved at the earliest.
Right, Sunil, as you said, washing dirty linen in public, I think the Congress should have gotten some lessons from what happened in Punjab, but we're seeing a similar situation happening in Rajasthan as well. The internal conflicts of the Congress coming out for the public. But if we also talk about Mr. Gehlot in specific and the whole Rajasthan drama. Earlier, as I said, Mr. Gehlot was set to contest for the polls. Then he said he won't be contesting. And now your sources are telling us that he's still in the Congress presidential race. So how is this turn of events played out? What has been changing that has caused this change of positions for Mr. Gehlot?
Well, Priyanshi, I would like to ask you, where has Mr. Gehlot said publicly that he is not contesting? He's only publicly said that he is contesting for the post. So unless this has been made public, I have no idea about where he has said that he is not contesting. Has he made a public announcement that he is that has said that he is not contesting for the post of Congress president?
Right, I think we were hearing that Mr. Gehlot would prefer his Chief Minister's post over the presidential post, since of course the Chief Minister's post was leading to all of this drama in Rajasthan. So we were hearing that he might prioritize that position over the presidential position of the Congress. But of course now he's still in that race. But as you were telling us, that the senior leadership is definitely not happy with this, and it is a major embarrassment for the Congress senior leadership. Tell us more about what the efforts have been from the senior leadership to control all of what is happening in Rajasthan.
Well, I think the first task that has been made is to speak to Mr. Ashok Gehlot and find a way forward, because Everybody understands he is upset with the fact that his nominee is not going to be there and that Sachin Pilot is being considered. So there is definitely a track to diplomacy that is taking place. Leaders of Mr. Ashok Gehlot's vintage. He's member of parliament from in the Lok Sabha from 1980s, and those kind of leaders of that same batch are speaking to him. I'm not disclosing their names for propriety, but they are talking to Mr. Ashok Gehlot to find a way forward and ensure that this matter is resolved at the earliest.